How's it going, everyone? In today's video, I want to go over the top 5 myths that I see about hiring and training virtual assistants for your online business. So I just came back from a week-long vacation in the Florida Keys. I was on a sailboat for a whole week and I had very limited internet access for that whole time. But during that time, the store that I have, the eBay store, was still able to run itself thanks to my virtual assistants. So I'm always encouraging people to hire their own virtual assistants to help them run their store. But I keep seeing time and time again that people have these misconceptions about hiring virtual assistants and what the experience will be like. So I wanted to go over the top 5 misconceptions I see people having and kind of squash them so that you guys can get over those hurdles and actually be able to hire virtual assistants for yourself. So the first myth that I see a lot is people believing that they don't need virtual assistants to help them run their store. They think, I'm running the store fine on my own. I really don't need help. I'll just be able to do this with, I can just do it on my own. Truth is though, if you're spending so much time doing routine tasks such as placing orders or listings, you're not going to have time to really scale your business or to focus on strategies to help grow your business. And that's really what this comes down to. They often say that when you start making money in a new business, you want to reinvest that money back into your business. We also want to reinvest your time. So what you want to do is find virtual assistants to take care of these routine tasks like placing orders, and then with your new free time, reinvest the time back into the company to help your company grow, to help your company scale. And then later on down the line, once your business has grown up to the point where you're really comfortable, you can then use the virtual assistants to buy back your own time and really make your business as passive as possible, which is what I'm going for right now. And that's really what enabled me to spend a week on a sailboat with almost no internet connection the whole week and still have my store make me money while I'm on vacation. So that's the first myth. The second myth is that you do need a virtual assistant. And the truth is that some people just don't need virtual assistants yet. That's because they're brand new, their store is small, they're not spending a lot of time doing the routine tasks like that we've talked about before, yet for some reason they still feel like they have to hire a virtual assistant to help them. And at that phase, it's kind of just a waste of money, and it's not even a smart idea, because when you're first starting out with any business, you want to be in it as much as you can, because you want to understand every aspect of your business from the ground up. And if you hire a virtual assistant too early to do these tasks, then you'll never be able to fully explain to your virtual assistant how to do it. You'll never fully understand that process because you outsource it too quickly. Now, this is something separate from outsourcing maybe complicated one-time jobs. Like, let's say you're building a website and you want to hire somebody to do WordPress for you. That's something completely different. You're hiring an expert for that just to do a one-time project. But this is a little different, because these tasks that you're hiring these virtual assistants to do for your eBay store are very routine, easy tasks to do that almost anyone can do. So make sure you put in the time so that you know how they work before you hire a virtual assistant. So when do you know when you're ready to hire a virtual assistant? Well, that really comes down to 2 criteria that I look for. One is, at what point do you get to the point where you're spending so much time doing the routine tasks that you can't focus on building your business? And then the second thing you want to do after you've made that determination is that you want to see if you can afford it. So you want to look at how much you're going to be paying the virtual assistant and how much that's going to be cutting into your profit each month, and then determine if that's worth the cost to you. Which kind of brings me to myth number 3, which is that hiring a virtual assistant is too expensive and it's not worth it. And that's just not true at all, because I hire virtual assistants for as little as $2 an hour, and the website I use for that, you can check out the link below this video. I'll put a link to that website, exactly the website I use to get virtual assistants for $2 an hour. And I do have 8 virtual assistants now. So I do spend a lot of money on them each week. It's at least $600 a week on my virtual assistants. And I could say, wow, that's cutting into my profit so much. But on the other hand, what would you rather make? Would you rather make 15% profit off of a sales month of like $10,000, or would you rather make 10% profit off of a sales month of $100,000? So the virtual assistants will allow you to scale your store. So even if they cut into your profit a little bit, it doesn't matter because your store is getting so much bigger because you're able to scale the store with the help of the virtual assistants. So that's what I feel about myth number 3. And myth number 4 here is the mistaken belief that you can do the job better than your virtual assistants. And this was a huge myth that I had right in the beginning when I first started hiring virtual assistants. I thought, no one I find to do these tasks are going to do them as well as I can. And then I began to realize, after I realized I had to hire them anyway because I just didn't have enough time, that, hey, you know what, they're pretty good. They're good enough. And then I realized they're better than good enough. They're actually better at it than I am. And that's because they spend every day doing these tasks, so they're becoming very good at it. So just get rid of that belief right away. Obviously, some people you hire aren't going to be right for the job, but then you could always look around, find another one. That's what I did. There was a couple I fired, but mostly they're very good. They're very smart people that you're hiring. A lot of them are college educated. It's just that they live in a different country, so this is arbitrage, like employee arbitrage. So you're finding people who are willing to do this work for the wage that you want to pay, and because it's a good wage for them. So that's myth number 4. And myth number 5 is the biggest one that I see, which is that you can't trust them. And that's not really true. And I want to kind of back this up a little bit, because at first, when you're first hiring your first virtual assistant, or any of your virtual assistants, you don't want to give them full access right away. I wouldn't give them access to your eBay account on day 1. Start them out with simple tasks so that they can build up their trust, or you could build up your trust for them. Have them do listings, have them do order fulfillment. And then over time, maybe after a few months, you want to give them access to your eBay account. But you'd really be surprised at how many different tasks they can do without accessing your eBay account. And things like placing orders, obviously, doing listings using a listing software, even answering customer questions through different softwares like the listing software I use, DSM Tool. My virtual assistants can log in and answer customer questions directly through DSM Tool. So there's a whole lot that they can do without ever having to access my eBay account. However, I still give a lot of them access to my eBay account because it just makes their job easier. It makes things go more effectively, and I have their trust because they've worked hard for me and they've been very loyal. And I always think to myself, what are they going to do? Are they going to buy a bunch of stuff and ship it to someone else in the United States? Or are they going to delete all my listings? Like, why would they do that? So I do trust my virtual assistants. We do have that relationship, so everything's good with that. So it's really just about building up the trust first. But if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in hearing more about how to hire and train virtual assistants, I am going to be making a course about how to do that. It's not ready yet, but if you are interested in hearing about that course, the first link in the description below this video will give you a sign up, where you can sign up to receive a notification, an email, as soon as the course is ready and any updates about the course. So if you sign up for that through that link down below, then anytime I make a video before the VA course is ready about hiring and training virtual assistants, I'll also send you that video so that you don't miss out on that. And you want to make sure that if you want to make sure that you get early access to the course, make sure to sign up down there. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.